Hello and welcome. This is Mahak Golani reporting from 6th edition of JLU International Festival of Media and Design by Faculty of Journalism and Creative Studies. Today we have Siddharth Majumdar, who's a UX educator and a renowned UX user experience designer. He has also been in the industry for 10 years, including a parallel teaching experience for 4 years. Hello, sir. So my first question to you is, what is UX for you and how did you decide to enter into this field of design?
Initially, I have been an animation graduate, and then because I was, is it work? Yeah, because I was an animation student, I always was interested into games and animation. So I started as a mobile game designer, and eventually I got to know the concepts of UX design or user experience design, to be very specific, and how everything revolves around the user when we are making a product, keeping in mind their pain points and motivations and so on. And slowly and steadily, I transitioned myself to being a UX designer from an animation student. UX for me is basically, it exists everywhere, whether you are using a table, sofa, mobile application, the mobile itself, everything has a user, everything has a customer base, and while they are using the product, it's a certain experience that they get. It's good or bad depending on how it's designed, and every product should be designed or should be centered around that particular user, of course keeping in mind the business and technicality or technical feasibility of the product, but priority should be given to the user at all times. That is what I believe, and that is what user experience is for me.
Great, thank you so much. The next question is, what is your creative process and how did it evolve since you started?
Uh, Initially, my creative process always involved me thinking about colors, micro animations, characters, props that I used to design while I was designing games. Eventually, it became more strategic in nature. I would say that now my ideas or now my thought process is more strategic in nature rather than more uh, interface based ideas. My creative process involves me roaming around my workspace, looking at other people's work, what they are doing, which also we call brain walking in formal terms. But I prefer looking at people for inspiration and not just the internet, because those people have been working in our company and with similar clients for a very long time, and hence they have the context to where I'm coming from. Rather than just getting inspired from the internet, I like to look at people working live and how they are dealing with things and how they are up with ideas. I tend to borrow their techniques of ideations as well at times.
At last, creative process is evolving as we enter into the design and we keep thinking on ideas and everything. My last question is, how do you deal with the feedback?
Uh, Now that I am on the other side of the table giving feedback, I realize that it is a sandwich, as we all know, that you tell them what they have done good, criticize, and then uh, base it up with what they can do better. I personally take feedback. In fact, I look for feedback. In fact, all designers, they look for I think critical plus constructive feedback at the same time. Critical because they need to know what they have been doing wrong, what they can improve, and constructive because they need to know what they can do better rather than just pointing out their mistakes. And I expect similar feedback. I don't take it personally because it's not my work personally that is being criticized. It is the work that I'm doing for a certain client that is being criticized, and because I'm doing it for someone else, he or she has all the right to criticize or tell me what they want if I'm not doing it right.
Okay, so this was all on user-centered design. This is Mahak Golani with camera person Uday signing off. Keep watching Lake City Live.